I'm going to sit and talk to myself for a while. Um, First of all, let me know if you can hear me and the video is okay. I can't tell from my end of it. Um, so, what to talk about today, this afternoon? This morning, we talked about what we liked, some watches we liked for the watches and wonder. And today or this afternoon, I'd like to talk about what we what we would like to have seen. Hey, Brian, how you doing? We're supposed to get thunderstorms. We had a beautiful day today. Didn't get it. Hey, Michael, how you doing? Oh, you're in the French Alps. Coke bedazzled. Hey, Tim, how you doing, man? Oh, geez. You know what I would like to see? I guess now this is asking a lot, but I'd like to see an affordable Remontois Egalite. I mean, the one the Gronfeld brothers had was very, very nice. And it's the kind I'm talking about, except that I could afford. Something, in maybe under 20 uh, area. How's that sound? Under 10 would be even better, but that would be something. I haven't seen that. And probably there's a good reason. And I think the reason has to do with they're very hard to do. And not many people can do it, and not many people could care about it. They'd rather have a root beer bezel, I think, than something like that. Hey, Michael A., how you doing? Heading to Watches and Wonders tomorrow. Been to exhibitors at some of the hotels past few days. Hey, Michael, there was a really great post. You may have seen it that Manuel did. And he met with everybody, and it looks like he's really having a great time. And then one of the other guys was there, and he had a picture with Matu and who else was it? I think Cardi Boot and Lannon and somebody else. Oh, and then he had a pictures with everybody. Um, One of the things I think when you go, I would love to go some year. Um, but the ones I think to really check out would be the ones AHCI, the independents, and see what they've got going there. Yeah, you're probably right, Tim. But as they say never. Hi, Rasmus. How you doing? More Ulysse Nardane naughty dials. Whoa. Those dials that Ulysse Nardane had, the Mermaid series you're talking about. Oh my God. I don't know. Yeah, I guess there's haven't they heard of Pornhub? uh I went to their separate location. Oh, in Geneva, no one was there. Oh no. Oh, that's too bad. Hi, Abdul. How you doing? Hey, Abdul. I hope you didn't mind that post I put up. But it was funny. You show a it took a cartoon to get Andrew's attention. Oh, I want to sign up. That was funny. Oh man. Okay, so let's hear what you guys would like to see. What you would have liked to have seen at Watches and Wonder. If I ever went there, I would want to see the people, and I think a lot of the guys who went did exactly that, which I think is a lot more fun. Really like the Kadoki watches now. Great, great. Hey, that was what I heard, Tim, that they, Kadoki and a lot of the other guys have heard about Larique, which, including, Jaime Ahsoka and some other people. I guess we're becoming well known. Not that it's it's gonna make us richer. Yeah, Kadoki's I think he's going along right now. Hey, Apar, how you doing, man? Um, did he have did Tim do you know if Kadoki showed some watches at Watches and Wonders? Hey, Stephen, how you doing? Trying to think what rancher I would like to what I would like to see is a watch that you made for the price you made it for. That out of solid gold. That I would like to see. Oh, he did. Oh, good. He's there now. Cool. The fair seems very much set up for resellers and vendors. Yeah, that makes sense. I knew this going in, but it became more clear being there. I'm going to the open public days tomorrow and Monday. Cool. Michael, did you get a chance to see to meet with anybody from Aganor? That'd be yeah, that Michael, I agree. Yeah, Brian, he had three different dial configurations on 1, 2, and 3. On 2, there wasn't. I mean, on 1, there didn't seem to be much. On 2, he really had an interesting night and day function at the top, and then on number 3, he used the three-armed hand and then he had the stacked arcs for the time. That's a very cool one. Need a name and shame booth. Yeah. Oh, oh, trying to think what else. Okay. Well, I've always wanted a Remontois Egalité. Tim told me it never happened. I hope he's wrong. So there. Yeah, I would like that would be a great Larique project sometime down the line. Oh, De Bethune, yeah. Yeah, yeah. Their stuff is I love their stuff. Yeah, you have a bunch of their watches, I think, Michael, don't you? You got a few De Bethunes. I have a Kadoki 3 on order, hopefully by the end of the year. I am so glad that Stefan Kadoki's doing well. Let me try this. Da, da, da. Sometimes if you do that, balloons come up, or if you do this, a thumb comes up. I never know what's coming out of my screen anymore. Um, I understand Moser had a few surprises over the next 2 days. I saw one new one that Moser had, if I remember correctly. Wasn't it some skeletonized thing? I'm not sure what it was. Yeah, the De Bethune. Yeah, I thought you were a fan of theirs, Michael. They do nice work. Exo Chief. The Remontois is a grill complication of mine. The Groenfeld 41. Yeah, that's the one that. Yeah, I tell you, there's a really good one too by who am I looking for? FP Jorn. He has two of them. One has a Remontois with it. That didn't interest me, but the one that just had the Optimum. That's the one that would be nice to have too. But either one, either the Optimum or the one that Abdul, since you and I both want one, maybe that might be a project. I wonder if it's a project that Agenor could do. That would be fantastic if we had that. Just that, and a nice, clean dial, maybe with a little thing so you could see the remontoire. I don't know what they use on there. It looked like a little rotor. I'm not sure what they had on that. Yeah, I know. That's about Parmigiani, one of my favorite brands. Uh, I think their stuff, I don't know. I'm afraid I would hate to see them or anybody else become too what I'll call mainstream. I like some of the funkier stuff they had. I like the ones with the big horn lugs and things like that. I don't know if we'll ever see those again, or if they're even still around. Yeah, watch Mike do. Yeah, I think you're right about Moser. You're seeing a lot of that. There's a new one I saw. I think it's called the 202, which is something on the 200. I'm not sure what it is or what it was, or even you've got they're doing a lot of work with Agenor now, and I and precision engineering, their own in-house dial maker. Those guys are, I mean, here you have Agenor and precision engineering. It's not like he took the two best movement makers aside from the name guys. Hey, Sharam. The new Toric has a main plate and bridges made of 18 karat gold. Very nice looking watch, but lackluster decoration. Yeah, I think they've got it. Like I said, yeah, I agree, HRM. They need to be careful about it. That's a nice thing. But, in 2005, that's when FP George started using gold plates and bridges. Not, been there, done that. Still a very nice touch. I agree. Hey, Patel, how you doing? Having a great weekend. Yeah, that's nice. 50,000 bucks. That's a lot. Or is that 50,000 Swiss francs? It is. I think there's a breaking point somewhere, and I think they got to be careful about that. Um, it seemed everybody had sort of a pretty decent entry level, right around 20,000 or less. Some even around 12 or 15,000. But I think those days are gone, unfortunately. Rolex finally discontinued the Yachtmaster 2. I hope it drops the price of the things. That doesn't surprise me. I'm sort of the kiss of death. If I like something, they'll drop it. I like the Patek Philippe line of Gondolo. I, I like sort of the pre-silicon hairsprings that they had. I like it. It gets canceled. You gotta Abdul, did they do that? Yeah, I know. I'm the same way about the toric. I've liked the toric since they were the ionic. You can if you're and I'll tell you, it's ever since they came out with the price of that new toric, I'm more and more tempted to get that toric quality Fluier that they have for sale. Hey, Marzuzio, how you doing, man? I was at the exhibition yesterday. There are no gadgets, not even an exhibition map, huh? 30 meters. Man, you know, the only reason I would ever see in having any kind of something that would go down more than you dropped it in the tub, water resistance, would be to keep the dust out. But all of these things, oh, it'll go down 30, 50 meters. They're never going to go down there, not with the kind of watches they have. Even the divers, you take a Rolex diver, I don't know anybody who takes Rolex divers really diving. You go to a dive shop, they're none of the watches that we know about. They have all of these quartz, quartz electronic watches. Ah, David, I tell you, they want to go down, what is that, about 100 feet down with their watch. They can stay there with their silicon. That won't rust. Oh, wow, that's interesting. Nothing wrong with that. That is interesting. I thought everything that was done by Michel Parmigiani. I didn't realize that he ever used something that was based on something else. So I've got great love for my Longines. So my Longines equation of time. It's got this really cool name, but I can never pronounce it. But I can equation of time. Look at this stupid screen is doing stuff. I see if it'll come on, make balloons. Make balloons. It does this every now and then. All of a sudden, a bunch of balloons will come up. If I go like this, a thumb will come up. I have no idea. The screen's moving around. Yeah. Yeah, Michael, I'm the same way. I mean, if you have a good watch, why would you take it in the pool? That's what your G Shocks are for. Or go get a Doxa and take it diving with you or in the water. But I would never take a really good watch. It's in part, you can bump it wrong and suddenly it leaks a little, and then you're toast. Your watches anyway. Hey Tom, how you doing, man? Ah, you went to the AHCI show yesterday, which was brilliant. That's what I thought. Finally, we're getting some great stuff. I think those guys are the hope for the future of horology and in Europe, the AHCI. A lot of them, from what I understand, most of them are using the Strawman hairsprings. I That was what I heard. Certain ones I know for certain, MB&F, Carboot and Lannon. Uh, there were some other ones who were using the Strawman as well. Thank God they're not. I don't know any of them who are using silicon in their watches. Could be wrong, but I don't know of any. Huh. Thanks, HRM. Satori Billard. Oh, his stuff is great. Constant Force Tourbillon. Yeah, no, he really has neat stuff. Hi, Go Brickland. How you doing, man? I went to the AHCI today, and the real watchmakers here. Yeah, you have real watchmakers both in person, as in making the watches. Yeah, I like that crew. I don't know why. Patel, maybe that's another. I'm full of eccentricities. All right. But Lume, for some reason, a lot of people make a big deal about Lume. Maybe, uh, what was it called? There was, I don't trust Lume. All right. The radiation. There was a film I saw not long ago on the radiation girls, and they all got radiation from the old Lume they used to put in. What did they put? I forgot what it was called, but people act like Lume is really important. Maybe it is, but in the dark, I got really great Lume on this new Mertz Grossman I got. Uh, and I just I don't live in the dark anywhere. We're sort of out in I guess sort of a sub rural, not suburban, but sub rural period. Next door neighbors are goats. We have no lights or no street lights. Man, you can see all the stars, but I never go out and say, "Oh, there's no Lume on my watch." You know, if we need Lume, I got my iPhone to go check it out. I don't know. I guess some people, like it. It can be very pretty. Where did I? Oh, I said one. I did a review of a watch called Hercules that Benny Hughes sent me, and what they had on that. Now they had Lume that made it really interesting. On the back of the watch, it's for a mountain climbing watch. You know? But what they did, they had the height lines. I don't know if you've ever seen a topographical map of mountain areas, and you'll have these lines showing for different elevations. Elevation lines is what they have. So on the back of the watch, they have elevation lines, and they're all illuminated. And so I took the thing and put it put it under the sun for a while and put it in a dark. Oh my God, that was a show. That was a lot of fun, and they have good Lume on the front too. But I don't know. I'm just not a. I guess if you sleep with your watch. Oh, good point, Michael. That's an excellent point. I don't sleep with my watch. I don't know why. Um, I just don't. I guess it's probably a smart thing to do because what I got to do, I got to crane my neck, and I've got a little table clock, and use it. Karaoke 1 or 2. What do you prefer? Need a daily. How about 3? No, of those, I would take number 2 because he's really got a very cool night and day thing on there, Tim. I think. Yeah, a lot of Abdul. I tell you, a lot of people do. It's not that I think they shouldn't. It's just I don't understand it. But a lot of people don't mind silicon in their watches. I don't either. If I got a smartwatch, it's got lots of silicon. You know, we all have our preferences, I guess. Lume is cool. Yeah. Yeah, you can be like the Fonz. Hey, I got my Lume. I used to demand Lume until middle age caught up with my eyes. I can't read them. Oh, if middle age caught up for you, you got a surprise. Yeah. Titanium, no, Trillium Lume shelf life is about 20 years. It doesn't need external light. Huh. Just I'm missing Lume. Okay, what are some other things? What did you see that was the new and interesting at the AHCI? I saw one by Jaime Asoka, and I just love the fonts on it. He has a very much of an Art Deco font, very, very 30s version of it. I really liked it a lot. Um, and it was on a tsunami. I'd really love to have a tsunami. That's another watch. It's just a pure, really good watch. The new Grand Sacro manual wine. Hey, yeah, that would be something that I would be interested in. I've noticed that they have some more manual wines that came out. I'm very happy to see that. It'd be cool. Somebody came out with a key wound one, an affordable key wound one, so they could minimize the keyless works, and they could show sort of like the Georg, the Langenheim Georg, and you could just see how everything goes. That would be very cool. And then you wind it up with a key. Just have a little hole for where it goes. Now, that might affect your waterproofness, you know, but it'd sort of be cool. Oh, no superhero watches. Well, I, I don't know if those like this thing that Audemars Piguet had with the superhero watch, whether that was a matter of somebody with a whole lot of money said, here's a whole bunch of money, make us some super hero watches, or I don't know any collectors who would collect something like an Audemars Piguet would want them. I mean, yeah. But I tell you, one watch in terms of sort of one of the Rolexes that would be fun to have. I think they were perpetual. What are they called? Perpetual something. That oyster perpetuals, and then they had the Denny's, the Domino's pizza. Those would be fun to have one of those. Oh, Maruzio. Letter is another guy. Yeah, that just pure, really wonderful talent. Yeah, he's another one. I would love to have one of his watches. The only thing with the GS manual winding watches that they 36,000. Oh, and they're high beat. That's right. That was the thing, but what are you gonna do? I like the Zenith Defy Diver revival from W&W. John Mayer and Ed Sheeran bought Spider-Man APs as the bro watches. Okay. Yeah, it might be a fun. I mean, I think if I have a fun watch like that, there's two types of with cartoon characters. One would be from the Gerald Genta when he had some like that. Hey, there goes my thumbs up. One would be the Gerald Genta. The other would be Quartz, something like that. It doesn't really. I just couldn't see it because, a lot of people don't like the looks of. They're always complaining about Audemars Piguet. The horology in those watches is really excellent. But some people, well, they got everything's a Royal Oak. Well, what about the new one that they have? What do you think about the Nomos releasing whopping 32 limited edition watches? HRM, I like that. They have like they're 34 different colors, and each one of them they made 75 of them, and they have this big color chart. I like in $2,000. That would be a fun watch to have. You could wear it just, I don't know. I don't know, but exactly. See, my watch band matches my vest color. I picked it out for that. Hey, James, how you doing, man? I thought the Rolex is. I think Nomos has lost the plot. I think they're just trying something different. Sam's dad, is that right? Sam's dad, Mustache. What a name. I think for a while, Nomos, ever since they came out with the Campus Club, they've had something for sort of a younger set. Not kids, but like college age, a guy going to college. They don't have any money left. They're all broke. At least I was when I was in college. Yeah, they're doing something. There's sort of the question, the daily question at Nomos is, how do you make Bauhaus interesting? that's what they have to deal with. what do we do to make Bauhaus more interesting? I think coming up with colors is a good idea. Anyway, guys, look, I think the rancher bolted. He's usually the timekeeper for this, so I'm gonna have to bolt. It's my time is up, and so anyway, some of you I'll see tomorrow morning. For the rest of you, have a great week. Take care.